Hello, McFatter Technical High School students and parents. It is Thursday, April 7th. We are here with your April monthly recording. As always, I am Jeanette Johnson, the director and principal here at McFatter Technical College and Technical High School. And with me, as always, Mr. Daryl Harris, the assistant principal who supervises the high school. Hello, Mr. And coming to us from off campus, she's actually out on personal day today, but is joining us anyway because she wants so much to be part of the help that we provide families. Our magnet coordinator, Miss Lily DeCastro.
Hi, I couldn't miss it. I'd be actually missing out.
She loves the cameras.
Joining us from somewhat chilly Georgia.
Yes.
You said it was in the 50s there today, right?
Yes.
Very cool. All right, so thank you to both of you for being here. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. We have a lot to cover as we're heading into the home stretch of the school year. We've got business to talk about. We've got fun stuff to talk about, lots to cover. So we're going to dive right in. And I want to start with Ms. DeCastro giving us an update on where we're at in the application and enrollment process for new magnet students for next year.
So we did receive our second round of names. All of our siblings who had priority from the first round should have been accepted this time. And then we have a few more students who will enroll. I will send out a message in the next few days for that to the parents for the process. We will register next week. Perfect.
Thank you. And the process, if after the second drawing, it still doesn't fill, they'll go to a third drawing and so on. We'll keep doing it till we're full.
Up until the 10th day of school.
Right. Okay, so that's for people who are wanting to become students. Now we want to talk to some scheduling issues for our current students. So for that, Mr. Harris, if you could first speak to some of the testing schedule that's going on now or between now and the next time we have one of these videos.
Okay, so yes, thank you, Ms. Johnson. So the first thing that's coming up is on April the 12th, and that's the Florida Civics Literacy Exam, and that's for our 12th graders that have government, their government class now. We've already taken care of the students that had government in the fall, so this is just for those that have it in the spring. That's April the 12th, and it's required for all seniors to take that exam that's enrolled in government. So that's the only big assessment. And then we also have AP testing will start. So the first test actually starts before we have our next session. So what we plan to do is to post the entire schedule on our school website so parents can see, because testing goes all the way through to early June. And usually the psychology is one of the last exams that is offered. So we will post the schedule for you. It is quite long. Last year, some of the tests were being done remotely because we were, during the pandemic, even heavy into it. So right now, everything will be pretty much back face-to-face in person with those exams. So we will post the entire schedule for you. It's quite long, so I don't want to go through the entire schedule, but the first one will take place prior to our meeting.
Yeah, the first one, I actually am looking at the schedule now. The first one, it kicks off on Monday, May 2nd.
Yes.
And I see that of the AP tests that we offer here, the AP classes, government and politics, U.S. government will be that very first day, the second. And actually, look at this, psychology is not one of the last ones this year. It's actually on the second day, May 3rd, along with environmental science. And again, there's more to it. We're not going to go through the whole schedule. But the point being, as of May 2nd, some of our students will be AP testing. So one of the things we also wanted to mention is the tutoring available. Mr. Harris, if you would speak to that for the students who, whether they had the class in the fall or now, the tutoring that's available as sort of a refresher and a prep for AP.
No problem. So as you know, we currently have tutoring after school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That has started back up. Students did meet this a couple of days ago. And we are also, some of the teachers that teach AP, like for example, psychology, the teachers offer to stay after school to help those students prepare for that exam, as well as all of the other teachers that offer AP. So I know, government, in addition to that, we have with Mrs. Perez, there's several teachers that have offered AP tutoring for our students. So if your student needs help, tell them please to ask. If their teacher has not announced anything for tutoring, please have the student ask if they don't speak with their counselor, but we want to make sure that's available for anyone that needs help. So even if we have to do it remotely, whatever we need for our students, we're going to try to make it available. So please speak up. So
and I want to mention, I want to mention, particularly when it comes to AP testing, so that our parents understand. Sometimes we get questions or concerns from parents or students because of AP while on the block schedule. And a lot of students worry about taking their AP class in the fall and then having this downtime between then and the testing. Well, we want you to know, we watch that too. And so as a school, historically, we have tracked the pass rates of students on the AP test and looked periodically at whether it matters whether they had the AP class in the spring versus the fall. And what we have found in the past, we didn't look at it last year because everything was so wonky because of COVID and the remote testing. It didn't feel like a typical year to look at. But in prior years, what we found is there is little to no difference in the pass rate between students who've had the class in the fall versus those who've had in the spring if they've done the tutoring, if they've done the prep. So we really want to emphasize how valuable that is for everyone, but especially for kids who have the class in the fall. It really does make a difference, and we encourage you to take advantage of that. Speaking of scheduling, can you speak to some of the upcoming days off, planning, that sort of thing?
So April the 14th, we have an early release date. And just for record, when we have an early release date, that means school ends at 2:15 p.m. That's early release for us. The following day is Good Friday, so there's no school on April the 15th. Enjoy your holiday and the long weekend. In addition to that, we come back on Monday, April the 18th. Report cards will be available for students. That's the date that they're scheduled to be issued to our students. And Mr. Castro, I want to confirm those are available for students in Focus?
They are actually in virtual counseling.
Virtual counseling for the students, okay.
But Focus will show their grades. They just would have to change to the previous quarter.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
So, those are some of the key dates that are coming up, and I think I'll just stop there on that.
Sure. Okay, and then I know, Mr. Castro, you had some information you wanted to update families on regarding course selection for next year.
Yes, so a couple of weeks ago, I sent out direct emails to all students who are in 11th grade going to 12th grade to confirm their intent to return to the school and that we have the right recommended math classes and that they will continue with their tech programs as planned. We are at, I think it's 108 of the juniors who will be seniors who have responded. So we're just waiting on a few more to come back with that. And anyone who doesn't do it, I'm going to assume we're correct at this point. Ms. Bluth has been diligent on reaching out to all of those parents. All of those students and some of the parents if she doesn't have an email address or could not speak with the student. But next week, our plan is to reach out to the students in 9th grade going to 10th and doing the same thing. So parents, I just want you to know I will be emailing your students and giving them the course selection with the intent to return piece. And it does say in the directions they must get their parents to go through it with them. So I just want to empower you to know to ask them that question as a parent. So.
Definitely. And I do want to emphasize how important it is for this to return, students to return these, not only for things like their proper math grade selection, but even just the acknowledgement that they intend to return. You just heard Ms. DeCastro talking about magnet applications. We have a waiting list for people wanting to join us in 10th grade and 11th grade. I don't think we do for 12th grade. So we have people who want seats in 10th and 11th grade, and we want to give them to them if we know we'll have them. So it's really important for our current students to let us know whether or not they're returning so we don't think we have a space when we don't, or vice versa. So.
And they do have to do a withdrawal form to go to their new school because otherwise the system won't know to schedule them at the new school if they are leaving, and then they get what's left over if they do plan to leave, and that's in their better interest to know ahead of time. So,
okay. Customer survey. Mr. Harris, if you could talk about the customer survey, is that time of year?
Yes, it's that time of the year, and there are 3 components to the customer survey. There's the staff. That is expected to do the survey, as well as our students. And I know that many of the students are doing the survey. We're moving along really well, actually. And then the third component are the parents. So if you're listening, we need you. And last year, I must say, I felt like I had to really beg a little bit, but you all are doing an awesome job so far. Our goal is to have at least 118 parents complete the survey, and currently we're at 100. So I know there's 18 of you at least listening to this call, this video. So I need you to be one of those 18 to do the survey so we can meet our goal, and not just to meet our goal, but we need the feedback from you on how we continue to better serve you. So I said we're doing a great job, and so I'm going to say this now. It's April the 7th. And I love to have this done no later than the end of the month. So I'm needing 18 of you before we do our next video, because our goal is to come back and report we've reached our goal. So I need you.
And where do they access it?
Front page of the website, the front page of the website, high school website, it is right there, easy to see. I've made it as easy as possible.
And we do, again, the surveys are anonymous, and they become part of, the whole district is doing it. So for example, there will be all high school data will be aggregated together, but also we get our specific data. So we will get the survey results for the questions where you're ranking, strongly agree, strongly disagree. And there's a spot at the end for just open comment. And we will get directly all of the open comments that are shared with us by our McFatter parents, students, or staff members. And we check this, we take this very seriously. We use it every year as part of our discussion as we plan for the next year and the things we need to work on and get better at, the things that we're doing well that we need to sustain and enhance and capitalize on. So please, we really encourage everybody to take it. It won't take long, and the opportunity to get your feedback is invaluable. All right, let's move into realm of what I can only classify as fun stuff. Fun extracurricular stuff, fun competition stuff. We've had some results, we've got more coming, so let's run through a lot of them. Let's start, Mr. Harris, with the ring ceremony.
Ooh, yes. Okay, so the ring ceremony, that is taking place soon. So actually that's next week. We have April the 13th is the ring ceremony. So a lot of stuff was pushed back last year. So we're actually doing our sophomores, juniors, and the seniors. So starting at 9:30 a.m. with the sophomores, and the times will be posted as well on our site, but the juniors at 12:20, and then the seniors at 11 a.m. So this kind of flipped around a little bit because we just the way that they actually set it up. So we've been working closely with Herb Jones to get this coordinated. The challenge is a lot of stuff happened across the district late when we were able to do this year, but we are having our ring ceremony on April the 13th for the sophomores, juniors, and the seniors.
Definitely one of many things that are coming back after having been missed, including live competitions. So Ms. DeCastro, talk a little bit about skills.
So this week we have started the state competition component for Skills USA for the 2022 year. Our students are taking their online professional exam, their online technical skills exams, and then on the 18th of April, Monday, a week from Monday, we will get on a bus to Jacksonville and we will compete until the 21st, where we plan to bring you back a lot of medals, Ms. Johnson. So our students studied through spring break. They are super excited. Though we had over 55 qualify, I believe we're taking 39 students to competition. Some had other commitments that made it not possible. But we are competing over multiple categories. I can't think of them all, and we're trying to be a little succinct today because there was a lot of info. But we're excited, and we will plan to celebrate when we come back in a big way. So
absolutely, love the idea of the students bringing home the medals. We've talked. I think we talked in last month's recording about some other competition results that are coming in, but we've had even others since the last time. For example, our Future Educators of America Teen Trendsetters recently had their county conference, and they came back with multiple awards and recognitions. Our Business Professionals of America students, they earned a spot in the finals of the Spark Tank. Our science students, our physics science students came back winner
bottle rockets.
First time ever in that particular rocket competition, and they placed. I can't remember if there's anything else additional that's happened since the last time we had one of the recordings. I think those are the most recent things.
Yes.
Right.
I agree.
So lots of success and excited students, and getting to have those opportunities to do things. You know, we think our students like most of their classes, but obviously it's some of this extra stuff that makes it even more special to them. I know, Mr. Harris, you wanted to talk about, you know, back to something definitely serious, but something we're very proud of. You wanted to talk about our SAT results.
Yes. So back on March 2nd, we had our SAT day where all of our juniors took the SAT, and there was actually a total of 143 students that took the test that day. So the results came back, and I am so excited and proud to say that your students did, and our students did amazingly well. So let me just give you a little quick idea so you can see how we actually perform. So when they look at the mean average score, the district, the average is 946 points that students scored on the SAT, 946. That's the district, so we can look at all the schools around us. Then let's take a look at the state. That's 951. So it's pretty close, about 5-point difference between the district and the state. McFatter, how do we do? 1,120. Okay, so we're talking way above how everyone else did in the district and the state. So that's pretty amazing. And that's due to you parents supporting us and what we do here for our how we choose to educate our students, the teachers, and also the students. Putting in the effort to prepare, and the number also to show up. So they did an amazing job, and we want to celebrate them, and we do.
Very proud of them when they're successful in the classroom, outside the classroom. They also, our students, we brought back something they've been missing for 2 years, which is, although we don't have interscholastic sports teams in the purest sense of the word pre-COVID, we did have, and I think it was once a quarter, we would have a competition with teams from the other 2 technical high schools, Atlantic and Sheridan. Basketball, volleyball, soccer, flag football. And so we finally have been able to bring it back. We had the basketball game this week, and it was so close. Our kids didn't emerge victorious. I think they lost by 2 points.
By 2 points.
But it was a fabulous game. Mr. Harris, I know you said that we, I had to miss it because I had an appointment I couldn't change, but I know we had about 100 people there watching.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe 30, but I'm telling you, so many parents showed up, students showed up, and just in case you missed that game, the next game will take place on the 11th. That's next week. So hopefully you can show up. It'll be at our school in the ARC. There's no cost to attend. It was a lot of fun. The cheerleaders participated. They looked really great. The students had their uniforms on. They had a great time. So
what time on the 11th?
It will start at 4:30.
Okay.
p.m. And normally we only have about 10 students on the team, but we actually have 16 students that were selected this year. More, I think they all got a chance to participate, which is also important. So it was a great game. I was happy. I was kind of making too much noise, I think. I was excited.
No such thing as too much noise in something like that. And again, you know, the first one after 2 years without it is particularly special. And it's something that our students, you know, we added these competitions with the other technical high schools. I want to say we added them about 8 or 9 years ago, and it's really been something our kids have enjoyed. So we hated having to cut those out due to COVID, and we're thrilled that they're back. So we're thrilled with that. Also wanted to mention some other things that we are celebrating or about to celebrate, particularly with our seniors. So it's that time of year. They're wrapping things up. We've talked previously already about graduation, Friday, June 3rd, 7 p.m. Grad Bash is this month. It's April 29th, and we know we've got students very excited about that. Prom's not till late May. It's May 21st, but we know they're all very, very excited about having both of those events back full force. We had a prom last year on campus, and it was lovely. Our kids were thrilled to have it, but it came with limitations due to where we were at with COVID at the time. So the kids are excited about a more traditional prom this year, the Grad Bash graduation. I also wanted to mention something, and I want students and parents really to hear this clearly, because a lot of times our high school students are not aware of services that are available to them. So obviously in the high school, they have a guidance counselor, they have a brace advisor, they have their teachers supporting them, their class sponsors supporting them. But I want to remind all of our students, but in particular our seniors and their parents, that once you enter your tech program in 11th grade, you are not just a student at McFatter Technical High School. You are a student at McFatter Technical College. You are dually enrolled at McFatter Technical College, just as if you were dually enrolled in courses at Broward College. And if you complete your technical program, when you graduate, you're graduating from two schools, both McFatter Technical High School and McFatter Technical College. For all of you, there are some things that gives you access to that all McFatter Technical College graduates have access to. So first of all, the day you graduate, you will automatically become part of the Broward Technical College's Alumni Association. It's free of charge, but there's a blog that highlights news about graduates. They run free seminars for alumni, everything from financial planning to career planning, all that sort of stuff. And it remains available to you, again, for free for as long as you want. We also, in the technical college, have a career services team. This is a staff of people who work with our technical college graduates or students about to graduate on resume writing, practicing job interviewing skills, helping with a job search. We have job boards. Our people in career services work with local employers and identify local jobs, and they help match employers and students. Now, many of you may not really care about that because you're going off to college. Why do you need to work on resume or interview writing? But here's what I want you to hear. Once you have access to that as a graduate of McFatter Technical College, you have access to it for the rest of your life for free. So maybe you don't need help with interview skills or mock interview or resume writing now, but when you graduate from college or 10 years from now, when you want to look for a new job and you want somebody to help shape up your resume or get some job pointers or even find some local employers who are hiring, we want you to know that this service is available to you and remains available to you for the rest of your life for free. And all you have to do is come to campus and ask for it. A lot of our high school students never realize the wealth of resources that they get to tap into because they are also our technical college graduates. So please, we wanted to be sure that they knew about that. Final thing I think I wanted to mention is some recognition weeks that we're doing for some of our staff coming up. We're very proud of all of our students and all the celebrations that they've got. First of all, this week we are in the middle of National Assistant Principals Recognition Week. So we thank Mr. Harris for all of he does in his work with the high school. And of course, our campus has two other assistant principals who the students don't see quite as much because they mostly supervise our post-secondary programs, but I guarantee you they see them occasionally. Mr. Rothman, who supervises a number of our technical programs, and a lot of the kids know him, he's out and about, and Miss Celeste Johnson, not to be confused with Miss Jeanette Johnson, who supervises some of our other post-secondary programs. So we want to commend them, thank them for all they do, recognize them, and we hope our students and families will thank them as well. Then the week of April 25th, we have our support staff appreciation week. So this is when we take time out as a school to acknowledge all of our people who are not instructional, but who work so hard to keep our campus running. This is our secretaries in the high school office. This is our food service workers who help serve our students the food. It's our activity bus drivers who help the kids get to and fro. It's our facilities team that helps keep our campus beautiful. So we will be recognizing them with a number of little gifts and recognitions and a luncheon starting Monday, April 25th. And we hope our students will take a time out as well to thank them. There will be signage to remind them. And then of course, our Teacher Appreciation Week, which starts the very next week. It is May 2nd through 6th. That's when we take time out to recognize and thank all of our instructional staff, which yes, is definitely your classroom teachers, but also includes instructional staff who aren't in the classroom, but who work with students, such as all of our counselors or our reading coach. All of these instructional staff members who help support our students and help them reaching their goals. So again, we hope that our students and families will take the time out as well to acknowledge those people and all of the contributions they make to this campus every single day, and they do it for our students and for their families. I am honored to work among them. It's the finest staff anywhere. So thank you to all of them. And I think that's all we were going to go through this month. We tried to get through it as quickly as we could because we know it was a lot. Did we miss anything?
Feels a lot like the end of the year.
It does indeed.
It's getting exciting.
I suspect next month's will also be very information filled. This is what happens when we close in on the end of the year. I can't believe we're here. This year has flown. So I think that's all for now. Our next recording will be produced and released on Thursday, May 5th, which technically would officially be like our last Thursday, first Thursday of the month. Because I don't know that we would do one in June with just a day or with a couple days to go, but we might fit one more in there, maybe off schedule to do some end of year wrap up things in terms of scheduling and returning textbooks and all that sort of stuff. But we'll definitely be back on Thursday, May 5th with our next recording. In the meantime, until then, everyone have a great month. Students, you're not at summer break yet. Finish strong. Mr. Harris and Ms. DeCastro, I will see you soon. Everybody have a great day. Ms. DeCastro, stay warm. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.